Leicester City 0, Manchester United 3. Such an emphatic performance, an emphatic win. Manchester United scored 3 goals in the match, at least continuing the momentum from the first game, from the previous game against Real Sociedad. Manchester United win comfortably against Leicester City. And it was what I predicted, a 3-0 win. Even like when I was like, looking at the predicted, like in the match preview basically. So, what are your thoughts about the game? What are your thoughts and feelings about the game? Let me know in the comment section so we can build from there. But yeah, it was a good game to watch. A few things happened here and there, but it was just something to just behold. I'll just read a few stats, and I'll read a stat about Bruno Fernandes because he was very key. As I said, he was a key player for this game, and he was very key to the success and the win against Leicester City. I mean, 85% pass accuracy, 75 total touches, 8 passes into the final third, 6 chances created, 6 tackles won, 4 shots, 2 clearances, 2 assists, 1 goal. 2 assists, 1 goal. So he has had as much goal contribution as one could expect in a season for Manchester United. Basically, Bruno Fernandes as much goal contributions as one could expect. Turned up for the game, showed up. He was involved in all the goals. Was involved in everything as it relates to Manchester United against Leicester City. So yeah, Bruno Fernandes, like he has turned up this season. I mean, looking at it overall this season, he's played 44 games, 3,659 matches. He has 16 goals all competition, 15 assists. 16 goals, 15 assists. That is 31 goal contributions all season. Like, what more do you want from him? 16 goals, 15 assists. Like, he is just phenomenal. He's world class. No matter what anybody says, no matter what people try to make it look like, he is world class. Turns up season in, season out for Manchester United, not complaining. It was almost gonna be sold last season, but he showed up. He showed up and he signed a contract, and he says, oh, the club want him as part of the rebuild. I mean, we're going to talk about how the game went. Like, first and foremost, we started the game, I think, pretty slowly, a little bit lethargic, a little bit like draggy and all of that, but it was pretty slow. But I think Manchester United fans were using the game to focus on a few players like Aiden Heaven, like how the back three is set up. Manuel Ugarte, who just got back from injury, got into the starting lineup at least for the first time, and then basically at around the 51st minute, okay, first half went and Bruno Fernandes created a chance. It was a bit like topsy turvy in the game, but Bruno Fernandes got a chance in the first half, created a chance for Rasmus Hojlund, who took the ball directly at goal and scored to break his 2021, I think 21 games, all competitions running without a goal. And I think 15 games in the Premier League without a goal. Now he has 3 goals in Premier League and 8 goals overall in all competitions. And then the same thing happened, and Rasmus Holland got scored, and it was like, okay, we are in full ascendancy in the 28th minute, and then we started the second half, albeit pretty poorly. It was like they had control, and then I think around the 51st minute or around the 49th minute, Aiden Heaven, Leicester City had a chance to try to score, and Patson Daka tackled to try to challenge the ball, and then he injured Aiden Heaven. And in the process of injuring Aiden Heaven, it seemed to be like a very bad injury. We all wish Aiden Heaven well. We all hope that he basically becomes, the injury is not that serious, because that's another defender down and all of that. And there was something that happened. Ruben Amorim made a sub, and he brought on Toby Collier to play as right wing back. And guess what? He kind of put the team out of balance. He put the team out of balance. And I made a tweet on X, and I said that this team is out of balance. Like, I know in the first half just to make a note, in the first half we were playing, but we're having too many unforced errors. We're having too many loose passes. We're losing the ball. I mean, Christian Eriksen was also a culprit in that. He was passing the ball, but at least at some point it was not getting to the destination. So if we were to look at his performance based on, like, I mean, Christian Eriksen as an individual in this game, especially for the first and I think the second half, we would say he was pretty good, but then there were too many loose passes. If you look at the passing accuracy, so he had 21 of 29 passes. So of those passes, those of the 8 passes that he missed were those ones that were loose off to other players, and it was just not sticking. And then he was not having a real good game until, like, he started to knit some things together, knit some passes together, and all of that. So it was an interesting watch for the first half, particularly. Then when we came to the second half, like I said, it felt like we lost control of the game, and then Aiden Heaven got injured and was subbed off. And when he got subbed off, or when he got taken off, it took the wind off our sail. It took the momentum away from Manchester United, and it seemed like, oh, we didn't have control of the game anymore. It felt like we were struggling. It felt like we were trying to work hard to try to get control of the game, and then lo and behold, it was a struggle. When when we brought on Toby Collier, it felt like there was no the squad was imbalanced, and I thought that Ruben Amorim would have just brought on Harry Amas earlier so that he can get a feel of the game, and most probably or most likely get a chance to even show what he can do, because I think he showed it in preseason. But he brought on Toby Collier, and Toby Collier came on, did a decent job, but then the team was not balanced. It was lopsided. It was more defensive on one side, and then you have the Diogo Dalot pushing up. And then eventually he now decided, okay, you know what? Let me make three substitutions. So it's the 69th minute. He brought on Halia Mas for Christian Eriksen, brought on Casemiro for Manuel Ugarte, who just came back from injury and his first game since injury after 3 weeks out and stuff. And then he brought on Joshua Zirkzee for Garnacho, yeah, to give him some kind of rest because he's been running. And then the team kind of found its balance because Toby Collier was moved to the midfield to play alongside Casemiro. And then the two tens was now Joshua Zirkzee and Bruno Fernandes. And Bruno Fernandes and Joshua Zirkzee kind of worked well, but Joshua Zirkzee was still struggling to find his feel in the game. But you know what? It was a good win. It was a very emphatic win. It was a very confident win, and it was also good to see Chidobe play from the 85th minute for Rasmus Hojlund, and he had some good touches and some good plays and all of that. So it was a good game to watch. It was a good performance. I mean, Bruno Fernandes was involved in all 3 goals. He assisted Rasmus, assisted Garnacho, and then he got his goal again from an assist from Dalo. And I don't know if I was the only one that noticed, but I think Dalo had too many chances to cross the ball, but I think he delayed too much or dallied or something, or passed it back or something. I felt he should have passed that ball pretty quickly or squared or crossed as soon as he could. But it is what it is. Uh, it's a happy day. It's a good, like, happy day. Number one thing to be happy about is that Liverpool didn't win the Carabao Cup that they were calling a Mickey Mouse Cup last season or 2 seasons ago when Manchester United won it, and Newcastle got their first trophy in 70 years. And then obviously from quadruple it has become a one trophy tournament. So basically they're going to focus on the league. So that's my thoughts on the game. And so many things. Man City drew, Chelsea lost. I mean, Jadon Sancho has had a poor 18 games run for Chelsea and all of that. So yeah, I was pretty impressed by the squad, by the way they turned up. I know Ruben Amorim expected something, and I noticed and I saw he could he was shaking his head when certain things happened, including when Diogo Dalot missed control of the game. And now, in the last 5 games, we have lost one, we have won three. So we lost one, won three. We 4-1 against Real Sociedad, 1-1 against Arsenal, 1-1 against Real Sociedad. Then we lost on penalties to Fulham, and then 3-2 against Ipswich Town. So if we look at it, it's 3 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. That is absolutely amazing in the last 6 games. So yeah, that's absolutely amazing. And this is our first clean sheet in a very long time. We have scored 10 goals in the last 5 matches, which is a good thing. And then Manchester United haven't lost to Leicester City in 6 meetings, as we said earlier in the match preview, and we haven't kept a clean sheet in 9 matches. And this is our first clean sheet in 9 matches. Let's talk about some other players who turned up today. Matthias de Ligt, showed strength, tenacity, and all of that, and grit. And then Aiden Heaven as well for the 50 something minutes he played, showed grit as well, played like a mature player, had some blocks and all. Then Lindelof too, mature performance, senior player kind of performance. Andrew Onana, few saves here and there, controlled the ball and all of that. Then, Mazraoui, same, putting in a 7 to 8 out of 10 performance every game, and we're beginning to see some consistency. And Rasmus Hojlund got paid off for his hard work by scoring a goal, breaking that spell. Now it's the last game before the international break, and then when we're back from the internationals, 2 weeks of boredom without football. I mean, in the Premier League and in the Champions League or Europa League, as the case may be. So after that, we come back to FA Cup weekend. Man United doesn't have a weekend, doesn't have a game that weekend because it's FA Cup, so most teams are going to rest. And then on Tuesday, we'll face Nottingham Forest, and that's another tough game. So yeah, it's a good way to go into the international break. I'm sure some of these players were gonna go into the international break, and they're going to play for their countries and then come back. Bruno Fernandes is going to go to Portugal, and Dalot is going to go to Portugal. The league's going to go to Netherlands. He was called. I'm sure Garnacho is going to Argentina, Hojlund Denmark, and Christian Eriksen also Denmark, and all of that. Onana obviously Cameroon. Nusa Mazraoui is going to go back to his Morocco and all of that. So I was pretty much impressed by the team, by the squad, by the way they turned up, by the way they played, and all of that. So, yeah, let's look forward to the next game. So, the next thing you're going to see after this one is going to be the player ratings and then the 7 takeaways after which. So, let me know your thoughts and feelings about the game. Let me know your thoughts and feelings about how we played. Could we have done even better? I predicted a 3-0 win, and we got a 3-0 win. So at least the three players got the goal and they were involved in everything. Hojlund, Garnacho, and Bruno Fernandes. So let me know your thoughts and feelings, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Goodbye, and God bless.